Today we've got a player who re-signed for Tottenham. He's a big hit in my Bayern Munich series, but how good is he a football manager in the future? Let's find out. Welcome to Start of Tomorrow. What's happening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Stars of Tomorrow, an FM24 series where we look at young talent on Football Manager and we see how they get on over the course of their careers. But players that I'm curious about and players you give me to look at in the comment section. Don't forget the like button, help support the channel. So this is a player called Mathys Tel. You may have heard of him. If you've watched my Bayern Munich series, check it out, by the way. He's doing very well in that series for me. Also, big saga in January of this guy about going to Tottenham United, went to Tottenham and not really done much of yet, but I still think there's a good talent in there. So obviously you want to know how good he is in Football Manager, and so do I. So that's why we're here. Is he a winger or a striker? That is the 48 million to 74 million pound question. I've been playing on the left wing, but I'm looking at this now and thinking striker. But I think either side is fine. We've watching. You want to see how he plays? Managed by an idiot. My mix is best way to find that out. So straight away, as you can see here, he can play left wing and striker. He's got a max potential rating of 180. Again, that is a varied rating, so I have manually set it to 180. But you can obviously do that yourself if you want to do it. I'm sure there's out there with all max potentials are set up to the maximum. But that's it was 150 180 range you can get for him. I'm not sure which version I've got in my FM save myself, but for this sake of this review, I've done it 180 rating. Now, he doesn't have these clauses in his contract. He signed in 2022, so you can sign in the first season if you want to. It might be expensive though. 2-star current ability on the ratings, 4-star potential, maybe 5. Key stats on the player traits are curls the ball, and he's very strong on either foot, so he's 2-footed, which is really, really key for me. So anywhere across the front line, you can play. In my opinion, obviously we're not sure what position he's going to play in yet, but from a winger point of view, dribbling's good, first touch and finishing, long shots 12, passing and technique, good pace, really good pace actually, and acceleration and agility, good flair and determination as well. For striker position, which would be an advanced forward role, it's a very similar story. He's actually pretty good for that as well. So that's why we got this kind of doubt over him about whether we're going to play him. My team as well, but I think we may have an idea what to do with this guy in my FM save with Bayern Munich. Anyway, let's go to the first jump and let's see how he gets on, and if we see any kind of early shaping of where he might be playing as a natural position. Alright, he is now 22 years old, and I've made a mistake in my series. He is a sodding striker that I've been looking for. Look at the green, this says it all. He's more greedy than the Hulk in the key roles for the advanced forward role, other than the passing technique. We've got that pace, acceleration, agility, and balance, and natural fitness. It's insane, isn't it? Good composure, good decision, good determination and flair as well, and off the ball is very good as well. This guy is an absolute colossus of a player. I love him already, and maybe this will help me out in my Bayern Munich series. So what's his current potential? Let's have a look. So he's basically got to his max range already at 22 years old, and wow, what a player he is. I think I've seen this guy actually in saves be really good before. So tactic information, he's playing as a striker, and okay, so he's mixture. They're playing winger as well. Okay, so again, I'm not playing wrong position. Just I just feel like he could play either role quite well. Injury record. Let's look at this now. Not over concerning by that for me anyway. So obviously 2024 didn't do much. 8 goals, 6 assists. 8 goals, 1 assist. Then 11 goals, 6 assists. This year 22 and 4. Where did he naturally start in the system though? When he's playing left wing. Okay, he's playing left wing. They've got Jadon Sancho and Harry Kane here as well, which is fascinating. Harry Kane's still there. Interesting. And he's scoring goals for them. Didn't do it for me, did he? So the winger is definitely a good shout. I think it's one of those situations where if you need him at striker, you play him there. If you need a winger, you play him at wing. Interesting in at the moment from Real Madrid. His contract information, there is no clause in there. So just I know it doesn't always get put in there, but I like to know if it's in there, so you know when you look at this guy, there's a possibility they might put a risk clause in these deals if you're looking at signing them. Absolutely wonderful player. Really, really impressed already at 22 years old with these stats and the goal return he's getting. He's going to be in every big club's radar now to try and get him out of Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich will be very, very, very wise to try and keep him. And what he's saying, I'm blown away by how good he is at 22 years old, and really, really am. Right, next jump, let's go. So it's still at Bayern Munich. There's been a drop off in his finishing to 15, but everything else basically stayed the same. The contract information is still there. No increase in like possibility of getting a release clause in there. Now Man City want him. Not surprised there. And he's got 30 goals this season. Where are they playing him now? Striker. Now he's playing at striker. I'm assuming the same information. No, they changed the information completely. Kane's gone. They've got you. Is that the guy from Juventus? It is. They're playing now as a striker. That makes sense for me. If you're not playing wingers, he's a striker. Now, what has caused that drop in 15 to 15 finishing? And potential wise, is Maxim. That's a weird one. I'm still looking to see if we can find out why. So, he's not injury record. He's been relatively okay with injuries. There's nothing there that's like standing out as like, okay, he had a year off and that's what he dropped down. Though, to be fair, if he'd had a year off or 5 months, whatever, you'd have seen more stats drop off than there's the finishing, I'd imagine. So let's have a look what happened here then. So 21 and 6, 24 and 5, 31 and 9, and 30 and 9. So it's not affecting his goal return. So I don't think we can read too much into it. It's not really that much of a concern. He's scoring goals at striker. He's scoring 30 goals this season for them. I think we found a new striker on my striker to rotate with Gorkarez, to be fair. I'll go play on left wing all the time, but maybe we can go by winger now and rotate with somebody else. Anyway, yeah, the fact he's also 2-footed is insane. He can play anywhere across the front line. He's got incredible pace, natural fitness, acceleration, and stamina. The traits are curls the ball, comes to get the ball, knocks ball past the opponent, and cuts inside from left wing. That could be a issue with playing striker. But then again, he scored 30 goals by having that trait on, so maybe he's just not doing it, or maybe they managed to coach it out of him. I don't want my striker coming in to get the ball with that kind of pace, acceleration off the ball movement. I'd want him getting forward and behind, but it doesn't seem to be a massive issue for him. He's scoring 30 goals a season with that. Now then, will he stay at Bayern Munich? Man City want him. They have been shown on this series over the last 2 years, feels like, probably 2 years to be fair, to blow teams out of the water and get some insane fees. We've seen it before with some insane deals for players. This might be another one. Let's find out. He's gone to Man City, and the goal return stayed the same. He's got 32 this current season. I want to know what the fee is. Now, where they playing him? Left mid, left wing and striker. They're playing in both roles. Mainly at striker, left wing, sorry. Same player traits. Injury record is still relatively the same. I'm not too bothered by that. And career stats. I told you that they pay some stupid money for players. How on earth do they? I don't think I've ever done a deal like this before in my life. Football manager. I'd love to do that at some point. Just blow insane money, but it just never makes any sense. Please tell me that's in installments a bit. There's no way they dropped £292 million all in one go on a player. Bayern Munich, I don't blame you for selling him for that. For £292 million, I don't blame you selling him. It's a no-brainer. I would sell anybody for that amount of money. I'd say, no, you know what? A third of it. I may say wrong. That's a third of £1 billion have dropped on this guy. I'm not sure that's right. £600 million more on him, you get £1 billion spent on him. It's a lot of money, but look at the goal return: 26 and 6 goals and assists, then 20 and 8, 27 and 12, 32 and 7. It's insane, his goal return. I mean, I don't often do players. I'm often doing my own saves, but the worst case scenario for us is that if he plays in our team and he gets developing like he can, we get a player worth a lot of money in my Bayern Munich series. I was going to keep him anyway because he's got a lot of potential in my say, but I guess my play might be slightly a little worse because I'm not managed him correctly. But wow. If you're doing Bayern Munich save or you're doing a big team, lots of money, you should keep an eye on Mathys Tel because clearly you can get him for to be fair, you can get any player for that amount of money. You drop that money on the table for a player. And he's clearly got an eye for goal. So he's now 30 years old in the Premier League. We're going to do something now we don't often do, which is go another 2 years to see how they get on past 30 years old, to see if he gets that goal return continuing, because there can be a steep drop off, but I think he's worth looking at for another 2 years. Let's see how this goes. Right, they finishes back up to 16, and he's still got the physicals at 32 years old. We're going to look at basically just the career start last 2 seasons. So you got 14 and 6 and 22 and 10. Where they're playing him right now, they're playing him in midfield, attacking midfielder left. I still think he's a striker, in my opinion. I think he's a striker. I really, really do. Though that comes deep to get the ball may indicate he could be more useful as a winger. I like him a lot. If we get him that level of my save, we'll be laughing with Bayern Munich, won't we? But I don't think we'll get that level of player because I don't often get that player of that quality. Anyway, plus side to him, can play anywhere across the front three, 2-footed, great pace, great finishing, dribbling stats. Downside to him, if you try to buy him, he costs a lot of money. About £290 million, we'll get precise over it. But he's a wonderful talent. So if you are looking to get him in your save, maybe things don't work out Bayern Munich in your save, and you get anywhere near the 180 version of him, you've got a beast of a player. And if you manage Bayern Munich, ignore what I've been doing with him and get him played because he's absolutely stunning. So, your thoughts on Mathys Tel? Have you signed him? Will you sign him? Do you think he's a winger or a striker? I think he's both, but I would play him at striker. I want him scoring those goals, but dribbling would indicate maybe a good shout for winger. If you've got a player you want to feature in this series, leave a comment down below with his name and all the information you can, name, position, club, nationality, all that kind of stuff. I don't list players myself. I work through and I'm working through as quick as possibly can. You will be prioritised your request though, so if you get to make a request, I'll then at the easiest natural convenience, I'll then start working on your player. I'll reply in the comment section to say when I've started making, doing your request. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more daily FM content. And if you have enjoyed it, you can stick around. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.